Is Bardock the Saiyan in Granola's dream? Did Bardock desolate Planet Cereal just days before Planet Vegeta's destruction? And thirdly, why didn't Bardock destroy Granola? How is Granola still alive, and why was he seemingly spared by Bardock? In this video, we're looking to answer these questions. So be sure to drop a like because it helps more fans see my content, and also subscribe for a lot more videos. Let's look at the first question. Is Bardock the Saiyan in Granola's dream? In chapter 68, Granola had a dream going over the day the Saiyans destroyed his race. The dream recounts Granola as a young man, and he is shown managing to reach the safety of a building. Things seemed like they were calming down as the Saiyans retreated in the distance, until suddenly, a Saiyan Ozaru with a distinct crossed scar on his left cheek appeared and glared at Granola through the roof. Who was this Saiyan, and why does he look so familiar? Well, many fans rightly believe it's Bardock, the father of Goku, due to the face scar, but I'll let you decide. Officially, the Saiyan hasn't been revealed as Bardock yet, and despite the scar being very recognisable, there could have been other Saiyans with a similar battle scar. However, Toyotaro did tell us to pay attention to a connection to somebody surprising that would be revealed. His comments were made in the January 2021 edition of V-Jump, which also featured Chapter 68, where we saw the Saiyans destroying Planet Cereal. Could Toyotaro have meant Bardock has a connection to Granola? If so, then there's probably more to be revealed when Goku and Vegeta meet Granola. So I personally don't believe it's just an Easter egg, and reality, Bardock's cameo is a plot device called Chekhov's gun, meaning an insignificant object that later turns out to be important. Now let's look at the second question. Did Bardock desolate Planet Cereal days before Planet Vegeta's destruction? Well, there are two sources to help us here. Granola stated that after the Saiyans destroyed his race, they were wiped out not too long after. I believe the time frame is purposely vague here to harmonise both the Bardock Special and Dragon Ball Super Broly. If we insert this statement into the Bardock Special, it means Planet Meat might have been destroyed a few days after Planet Cereal, since it definitely was the last planet that Bardock subjugated before Planet Vegeta's destruction. This could make sense with Dragon Ball Super Broly as well, as Planet Cereal could have been the last planet Bardock and his crew destroyed. Or could Chapter 68 be directly replacing Planet Cereal's destruction with the Bardock Special's Planet Meat? Now let's consider the third set of questions. Why didn't Bardock destroy Granola, and why did he spare him? How actually did Granola survive? Was it Bardock or another turn of events? It seems like Kid Granola would have been paralysed with fear upon seeing the Great Ape so close, so it's quite unlikely that Granola would be nimble enough to escape on his own. Also, at the time of Planet Cereal's conquest, Kakarot was being born. Granola would have only been a child, so could it be that Bardock showed mercy and decided to spare him? Bardock would have seen his son alone and unprotected, and seeing Granola in the same way might have moved him emotionally. As Bardock seemed to be a rare Saiyan who actually had some kind of sentiment and sensitivity, the attack on Planet Cereal could have been a turning point in Bardock's obedience to Frieza, and because of this, and his assumption that Frieza was about to commit genocide, he planned Kakarot's escape before the destruction of his race. After the Saiyans had exterminated the Cerealians, Granola was the only survivor, so Bardock probably felt letting one kid Cerealian get away wouldn't be that much of an issue. His mercy to Granola probably inspired him to secretly send Kakarot to Earth, in the hope that the Saiyan race could live on through one lone survivor. Granola should look on the bright side and be grateful that the Saiyan turned away and decided to spare him, to be honest. This would definitely be a better plotline than Granola mistaking Goku for his father and trying to kill him. We already had this theme in Dragon Ball Super Broly, where Paragus brandished irrational revenge like Granola towards the Saiyans. The righteous paying for the sinners theme was already used, but maybe it will be reprised in this arc again, and Vegeta will call out Granola on it. Another possibility for why Bardock spared Granola is that as a Saiyan warrior who could control his Great Ape form, he would have no pleasure in finishing off a weak and helpless foe. Despite Bardock being a popular character, he is only a low-class Saiyan who had no sympathy for worlds he eradicated. It was just part of his job. Despite being ruthless and evil, Bardock would have his Saiyan pride and wouldn't have delighted in destroying a young Granola. It simply wasn't worth his time. Another theory is that Monaito, the old Namek who was on Planet Cereal at the time, saved Granola from the Great Ape by successfully paralysing the enemy. Monaito then took Granola up into the mountains and became his guardian. This could be how they both met and share a friendship bond. Another suggestion is that Bardock spared Granola because just at that moment, he received Frieza's order to start retreating to Planet Vegeta. One thing is certain though, by Granola's survival, it has resulted in a twist of fate. Unbeknownst to Bardock, an enemy has arisen that has the potential to kill Kakarot, his son, who originally freed the universe from Frieza. This is almost the opposite of what Bardock would have wanted to achieve. But how could he have known that little kid Granola could all these years later surpass all known power and become the strongest warrior in Universe 7? He simply couldn't predict it, and that's why Bardock must stay dead. Bringing him back to interact in this arc would be such a terrible move, as the character was never alive to us in the first place. He's the character that was lost, and no, he's not going to be found again and resurrected. They can definitely include flashbacks and revelations on what happened years ago with Bardock, but that's all. Last video's #Enders winner is Samir Bent. For your chance to win next time, comment #Enders down below. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want to learn more about Granola vs Broly, then watch this video up in the corner next. Thanks, Kai.